Hitting that off. Today, we are going to be taking a look at it's the Don Pepin Garcia Cuban Classic, and this is in a Belicoso. So everybody can see this little thing right here. I got a little 5-pack of these not too long ago. So this is actually made by My Father Cigars, so that's good right there. So for this size, the Belicoso, it's a 5.5 by 54. So it has a little nice torpedo end on there, which I'm generally not a huge fan of torpedo ends, but this one actually smoked pretty good, so I'm not going to complain about that. So what's in it? Took me a little bit because it's kind of spotty on what's in there, but to start off with, it says it has a flavorful Habana Rosado wrapper. All right, and then it has a mixture of different Nicaraguan fillers and binders. So that's pretty much all it says. So it has a little footband on it. So, but let's give it a good little smell here. It pretty much just has just a nice, rich, premium tobacco smell to it. I mean, it's with a slight sweetness. I mean, that's all that's on there. So let me go and get rid of this footband. Which, I mean, I'm kind of mixed about when they decorate cigars a lot. I don't care for footbands very much, and it has a little thing of, clear tape on there. I mean, it is what it is. And, it's like a ribbon material. For me, I don't need all the fancy stuff, just as long as the cigar is good, that's all that really matters to me. So one thing I am going to do, and I'll recommend everybody do this when they cut the cigar. So that has a torpedo end on it. I have my little perfect cutter here. So what I did was I gave it one snip. And I'm actually going to cut it again. And this thing has a really big cap on it because of the torpedo end, so you're not going to worry about taking it off. So what this is going to do, it's going to prevent it from getting clogged. Because like when they have it tapered in like this, you'll end up getting a lot of tar balls and stuff like that, and they can clog your smoke up, and it just makes it a bad experience. And I just know that from smoking enough of them. But this one, I actually didn't run into that problem because I clipped it twice because I just knew ahead of time, so I didn't get frustrated while smoking it. So I'm going to get lit up. I'm going to use my little lighter that my wife got me, a little utility lighter. So it's actually getting warmer out. It's actually decently nice out here now. I still got the heater going just because it's, I probably could be out here without a heater, but, it just makes the experience a little bit better when you're warm. Oh, yeah, so actually, speaking of my birthday, so I don't know why it reminded me of it, but I'm going to, hold up a second. A little bit more. So, speaking of my birthday, so if everybody has been looking at my Facebook, 1502, their new cigar coming out. It's called the XO. It's going to be coming out very soon here. So if you're local, go talk to Mike at Crossroads Cigars. They'll be getting an allotment in. I'm not exactly sure how many they're getting. I'm going to get at least a few of them just because I want them. So he said the price point's going to be $21. So if you're in the Lafayette, Indiana area, go to Crossroads Cigars. They're downtown Lafayette, right? Go talk to Mike. Great guy. So getting back to this guy right here. Definitely full bodied, very full bodied. Lots of pepper on the retrohale. not so much on the palate, kind of on the roof of your mouth, um, roof of your mouth. It's very heavy, very very heavy smoke. I would say probably like cedar with pepper. Ooh, the pepper's getting around the back of my palate really hard now. So that's pretty much all I got right now. So I'll go and get into it here in a little bit, and I'll be back with a little update. All right. So I'm about 15 minutes down. I had to take the ash out because it started flaking out really bad, so I tapped it off before it went everywhere. So I mean, before I tapped it off, I mean 15 minutes. It's been about 3/4 of an inch, maybe to about an inch. So right now I'm getting still a super pepper on the retrohale, just hardcore. Back of the palate, and I'm getting wood. So far, and the smoke isn't as heavy as it used to be. It's really creamy now. So that's about it. I mean, there might be something else underlying that, but the pepper is really just kind of masking anything else. So I'm enjoying it pretty so far. I mean, it's pretty like non-complex stick, which is fine by me. I don't have to have super complex flavors and all this other stuff. I mean, there's some people who really enjoy that. I do enjoy it when I get it, but my sticks don't have to be that. So, but there we are. So I'll be back here in a little bit, kind of give you guys another update. All right. It's been about 25 minutes. Oops. So I'm still getting the same stuff, but now I'm getting a it's definitely like a cayenne pepper on the front of my palate. This thing's kind of going out. My first one didn't have trouble with the burn, but this one seems to be a little wonkier wanting to go out. I mean, the humidity could be a little higher out here today because it's warming up, so I wouldn't expect it to be super dry. Ooh, lots of smoke. So it's smoking fine, plenty of smoke output. But I'm definitely getting that cayenne pepper on the front of my palate now. There's still a wood there, and it's like it's a softer wood. It's not like super hard, but just again, just like pepper, creamy smoke. So I'll be back here in a little bit after I'm getting done with the second third. All right. All right. So I am back. We're about 50 or so minutes in. I just took the first band off there, so I'm getting through the second third here. The spiciness has definitely come down, and I'm starting to get more of a chocolate coffee flavor in there as well. Still get some pepper. The taste is there. The spiciness is there, but it's not nearly as intense as it was. But it's a good stick. For whatever reason, this one it just keeps on going out on me. And now I am pinning it down for about a minute at a time, which most other sticks at this ring gauge would be fine just sitting down for a minute, but it's not wanting to burn. And it's only this stick. The one I had before, I was just doing like I normally do because I am kind of a slow smoker. But for whatever reason, this sticks, so it's probably just it's like construction problem with this one while it's doing it. Or it could be just because it is a little bit more humid out here than it had been, even though I do keep my humidor mid 60s. So who knows? I'm still enjoying it. Um, but I'll be back with another day here. And again, it's sticking about mid full mid a mid full like in strength and in flavor. I mean the flavors are there. There's no having to piece them apart. So But I'll be back here in a little bit. So I'm a little over an hour and a half in. I'm not quite getting there yet. I probably still got another inch or so. I'm gonna smoke down on it and I'll finish up then. But I'm just having problems keeping this thing lit. I don't know what it is. The first one I smoked was perfectly fine. So again, don't take this to heart when smoking these. It's probably just this stick. So not really a big problem. Flavor's still good. Really unchanging. The spiciness has kind of gone down a bit, but still just kind of like the same chocolatey, peppery, like cayenne pepper type of flavor to it, and with a little bit of wood in there as well. So the flavor's still there. Smoke output's really good. It's just not wanting to burn right. It keeps on wanting to tunnel a little bit. And again, I know it's not my humidor. My humidor I keep at a constant 65, so they're actually a little bit on the drier side. But that works for my climate. That is what I figured out. I used to keep my humidor at 70, but I started having a whole bunch of burn issues with like all my sticks. I would get a lot of tunneling and stuff like that. So I know it's not that. But I'm going to keep on getting it going here, and I'll be back in a little bit when I finish it up, all right? All right, I'm back. So we got about an hour and 50-ish minutes or so. The first one I smoked did not take this long, but it just kept on going out on me. And again, it's just this stick. The other one I smoked was perfectly fine. Hopefully the other ones do. I got 3 more, so hopefully they smoke fine too. But again, kept on going out, but the flavors really didn't change at all. So it pretty much ended with the spiciness did go down, still that kind of like chocolatiness. It gets a little harsher towards the end, so a little more bite to it. It's still medium full. Strength is pretty much up there, but I have trouble with like like the strength of the cigar just because I have a really high nicotine tolerance. So I can never really tell strength wise just because I'm not sensitive to it. And on that note, I'm trying to think, I've had one cigar that actually made me kind of woozy. But at the same time, I drink coffee a lot of times with it. So and I pretty much quit using sugar in my coffee, just kind of cut down my sugar intake. But I use creamer, which is slightly flavored, so has a little bit of sugar in it. And actually, this has a, it's later at night. It's about 10:30 p.m. I put rum chata in it. If you don't know what rum chata is, it's like a cream rum. So it's kind of akin to Bailey's, but instead of like whiskey, it has rum in it, and it tastes really good. I like it. It's my wife's, but she doesn't drink a whole lot of it, so I tend to put some in my coffee at times. So again, this was the I am having a complete brain fart. It's been a very long time. Yeah, so this was the Don Pepin Garcia Cuban Classic and Belicoso. Again, it's a good stick. If you like that big, bold, peppery type of stick, I'd go with it. It's not the most peppery one I have. It's not the most complex stick, but again, it's not super boring. It's one you can sit there and just do stuff with, and if you like that kind of heaviness after like a really big dinner, um, I would go for it. So, God bless everybody. Like my video. Check out my other videos. I have a Facebook. Check that out. I don't post a whole lot of stuff on there. I usually will post my videos up on there. On occasion, I'll put some Catholic or cigar stuff on there, just stuff I find interesting. Oh, and also, I think I said at the beginning of the video, if you're local, so in Lafayette, Indiana, head down to Crossroads Cigars, like anytime. Great place. Again, disclaimer, I get zero money from them. I just really like them. They're our local cigar shop. We need to support them. And also, the 1502 XO is coming. I don't know how many he is getting in, so get in there and get them. I know they're really, really coming soon. He hasn't posted if he's got them yet. I've seen some pictures of some arriving at stores already, so he could just be waiting for them in the mail. He normally gets a lot of stuff on Thursdays, which will be tomorrow. So God bless everybody. Take it easy, and I'll be back soon with another review. All right.